Let's see if it works.
We don't need the extensions anymore.
Oh, we can close this hole now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm Roberta.
And I'm Duca.
And for the past year, we have been building our own tiny shipping container house, so we can travel around knowing that we will always have this little place that we can call home.
But guess what? We just found our dream project before we expected. This abandoned sailboat. So we are gonna stop building the house for a couple months to bring our boat back to life. And then we're gonna go back and finish the house. That's the big boy. So this is Freedom XC2000. That means that is a 2000 inverter and a 80 amps charger for our batteries.
Is everything okay? What's next?
Time for the fun. By the way, we didn't record marking the screws spot because it's just too tight to do it here. But we mark with the unit in place. So usually people would just connect the wires here and then install in place. But we have a problem that the hatch where this unit needs to go through in order to be installed, it's really tight and the wires come from different spots, so it's gonna be easier for us to install and screw this in place and then we can work it out. I don't know how we're gonna film that after, but we're gonna find a way. I don't know how much you can see me because I'm on the hole here, but we are finally done screwing in place. So here's the unit. Here is the AC in, that means that it's gonna come from shore power. That's AC out, that will go to the outlets. And here is the positive and the negative for the batteries, where we're gonna charge the batteries. So we need to connect all these wires and then we can connect the panels here, the external panels, and we're ready to go. Stuff, I don't know if you, it's hard to see. Sorry that it's just such a small space to work that sometimes it's just hard to be able to show in details. But if we connect this before, we wouldn't be able to put the unit in place because this hatch is really small. Hope you understand.
Now they are studying where to put each cable, each wire.
The thing is that this is really thick. Just a little bit. Instead, we have another hole on the side. Okay.
Can you show us?
So we're gonna have two of those. One we ordered, we didn't receive yet. Before that, we used to have this kind of switch. Can you see there? Yeah. We used to have this kind of switch, but a neighbor boat a few months ago gave us this as a gift because he bought it and he never used it. So we've been holding this one for a while. And we're like, if we have it, why not? But we need an extra one, so we bought one for the engine starter battery. So we're gonna have this one that we can choose to turn on, off, or to use both. We're gonna use both when we use to start the battery, start the engine with the service batteries, so we can put both banks together and start the engine if necessary. If not, we just use in one. And before someone say we should use a different kind of screw, that's what we have on the boat right now from the old owner of the boat. And it's Sunday, we're not gonna go out. We didn't plan to do that today, but as we have time, we're gonna do it and we can do it.
It's flat head.
Yeah, it's flat head as usual. Back 20 something years ago, I think in Brazil everything was flat head, so
yes,
that's what we had.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of work. So now I need to take all this down, right?
Guess what? We tested the inverter charger and it's working actually.
Yeah.
And now
Somehow the other guy that checked the electricity of the boat couldn't get it to work. We took off, we did run some tests and it's working. So temporarily, before we install our new inverter charger, we're just gonna give a charge on our batteries because they've been sitting here for like 5 months, I guess, 6 months. So it's time to give some juice.
So if you are in Brazil and if you are interested in our old one, we are sailing the old one that's working.
Not sailing. It has
Selling.
no mess. Yeah, the inverter has no mess.
Can you please give me 2 wires there? Or you need services in electricity?
If you need
I'm
an
available. I know what I'm doing, I guess.
even though it's working, we are gonna change for the new one because we are planning on having lithium batteries, so we need to have the new one for this.
And also because the inverter is a lot bigger. The inverter is 2000 watts, this one is 1000 watts. And for us the 2000 is going to be better. And the charger is bigger also. This is 50 amps, the other one is 80 amps. And we have more batteries than used to have on the boat, so it's going to be better to have the other one. Check this out. Working.
Yay!
We're going to leave until we go home today there charging and see how full we can get. And that means we have a inverter charger that working perfectly. If anyone needs one, let us know.
If anyone needs this, let us know.
We're gonna open up a store really soon.
The project's going on.
Yep, this is gonna be our new panel that's gonna be underneath here.
Where?
So, right there.
I can't
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, basically it's to turn on and off the shore power and just a a safe measurement for the shore power. And then one for the inverter charger and one for the boiler. And it's just a simple panel. And then we're gonna have another voltmeter here just to know the voltage of the shore power. And that's it. Simple thing with a piece of wood that we found on the boat. We have some saning to do, but it's gonna fit. Not perfect, but for me it's good. So it's perfect. It's gonna stay like this. Let's see if it works now.
What's going on?
Trying to get the shore power to the brake. So we're gonna have a new panel that I don't know if we'll show you yet, but this is gonna be the panel underneath the shorten table with the switches, and now we need to bring the shore power to one of the switches. So this was from the diesel generator, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Recycling cables.
Yeah, the cable is really good.
Yeah.
It's flexible, not bad at all. You can hit friends with it. It's all good, see?
Nice.
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 Works really well.
It's actually something good that we have from the diesel generator.
Yeah, we're gonna throw the diesel generator away, but we're gonna keep the wire. No, we're gonna give it to my dad as a gift. He's really excited with the engine. We just need to find a way of taking off from this. It's gonna be heavy.
Hello.
Find your friend?
Yes.
We have
This
a nice
one.
space here.
She's always excited when she finds a space in the boat that there is nothing. She's like, "This is such a nice space."
There's one space that I didn't open
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
That's here.
Okay.
Guys. Here.
Now.
It's just there with screws, and I'm anxious to open this, but it's crossing the back.
A gente vai sair
There.
entrar aqui,
So it's not for now.
vai sair pra cá, daqui pra lá. Pro transformador. Depois vem do inversor pra cá e daqui segue pros verdinhos.
The engine battery switch didn't arrive yet, but we're gonna leave the cable ready. We just need to connect when it arrives.
Yes.
Time to put this, it's an octopus in place. You wanna?
Hello.
Subtitles. That's an important moment now. It's been, I would say, like maybe 7 or 8 months since we took the batteries off. I think like 7-8 months. And it's the first time we're gonna put all the batteries in place again and not gonna have batteries around the boat anymore. That's just amazing. We just counted the days to don't see batteries around. So let's try to put them in place.
And we can try to turn on the lights.
Yeah.
Wait.
So positive to this turn. So now we have all the 12 volts ready for the inverter and charger, and now we are getting the 110 volts ready. I mean 220 and 110. We're gonna have a panel for shore power and for inverter and for boiler, everything that is either 110 or 220.
What's going on?
We're just running this wire through the small hole there that goes to another small hole
And another small hole.
in the middle. Yeah, it's like 3 layers of hose to pass the wire through, because we want to have a screen that controls the inverter charger.
Controls.
Yeah, the controls.
The
controls. Yeah. So this screen, this controls the inverter charger on the charging table, because it's much easier to see the panel and all the informations here than to see where the unit is installed. The unit is installed all the way down the charging table. So, you know, every time you want to see how the batteries are going, you need to go all the way down and see. It's too much hassle. So we install this unit that actually is Bluetooth also, so you can control from your phone. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's good.
So that's how we're gonna see if we have energy.
This is good.
That's pretty cool. Let's try to film this. It's tricky because the space I have to work here is really tight, but pretty much what we need to do now is to connect the battery to the inverter. So now we have the negative from the battery, we have the positive from the battery that are gonna go through the top here. The positive here is gonna stop on a fuse. We're gonna have a fuse here. Sorry if it's hard to see or hard to understand, but it's just a tight spot to work, and if we connect these wires outside of here, we won't put the unit in place, so we need to do in place. That's the tricky part, but we're gonna do it. So now I just connected the AC. Check this out. So this is AC in, AC out. So now we just connect this. This is the remote control, so we can see the information on the charging table. So let's connect the ground now. Now we have everything properly installed. We need to install the cover there, but before we install the cover, we're gonna give it a try. What do you say, Fred?
Let's go.
So battery is on. And now,
yeah.
Whoa!
It's on here.
Inverter is working supposedly. That's pretty cool.
And here too.
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah.
0 volt.
12.4. We have energy. That's just magic. We have batteries. We've been waiting for this moment for such a long time. I know you're gonna comment that this is still a mess. We're gonna organize this stuff later. We're just trying it out to see if it works. So this is our. By the way, this outlet.
Will be there.
Yeah, but it's made originally to be underneath of the inverter charger. But as we have such a tight spot on the bottom there inside, it's hard to use. If we install there, we won't gonna use. So we decide to have a wire, and we're gonna install on the panel so we can actually use.
Now you can charge the battery.
We can charge batteries now. Now we can use the
From the
computer.
battery.
Charge battery with the battery. That's so cool. Yeah, we are gonna organize this a little bit better now because we need to cover the unit and everything. But that means we do have energy. Now we need to run some tests on the AC if the panel is gonna be right, and then
Exactly. Step by step.
Step by step.
Can I go back to my work?
No,
No,
Why?
because
I like to say no.
yeah, that's so cool. By the way, everything we didn't show you, but we do have a manual. Can you get the manual for us? Yeah. Yeah. This is the one that we didn't show you yet. We're gonna show the installation of this probably next week. That's the solar panels. These are for the solar panels. But this is the manual for the unit we just installed, and everything we did was according to the manual. So the manual is really straightforward. Shows the layout of how things should be installed and how big of a fuse you need to use and everything. We did our homework this time, and we have an electrical engineer, so we didn't do bad things. It's just working really good. So now the real world test. Vacuum.
It's not so powerful, but
we just want to see this move.
great. Now we are talking.
More load at the same time. That's so cool. Are you ready? Can I?
Yeah. Go on.
Working perfectly.
Good.
And now, back.
To square one.
So, now that all the brakes are off, we're gonna connect the shore power, and then we can test one by one the brakes and see if the whole system is working, and then we can try the charger. Let's see if it works.
We don't need the extensions anymore.
Oh, we can close this hole now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, your turn.
Now we have from the shore power 220.
Yep.
I have the transformer off.
Yep.
I will turn on the transformer.
Yep.
And check if we are getting
110.
110.
Yeah.
Okay. Time to check. Yes, we have.
Yep. So that means that the 220 is coming from shore power, going through this brake, going through the transformer, and arriving here 110. And from here we'll go to the inverter. Yeah.
Now
this one, just so you understand, this one is for the boiler that we are not using right now, but we are leaving the panel ready for when we reinstall the boiler. That's not on right now.
Can you check the 220 there?
So these
shore
ones
power comes
to the brake, and from the brake comes to here. So if we turn off the brake there is no 220 here. If we turn on the brake, that means that the energy goes straight from the brake to here, and from the brake to the transformer, and from the transformer goes to the inverter charger. And also we have the choice of using the boiler either on 110 from the inverter or 110 coming from the transformer, because we can choose if we want to use on shore power or in the inverter.
On this switch here.
Yeah, that's the other switch.
This switch.
So
one from the shore power.
Yeah.
Two from the inverter.
Yeah, that means that if we have a lot of solar panels and if we have lithium batteries in the future, we are able to use, in a good day, a good sunny day, we can use the boiler through the inverter without having a shore power on. We have the choice. It's not that we're gonna use necessarily, but we do have the choice.
Yes.
So let's keep going.
Can I?
Yep.
Or you want?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, go on. Yes, AC
Kicking.
here.
Takes a little while until it turns, but
Yes.
Oh, it's way more silent than
It's
the
charging.
other.
yep.
So it's way more silent than the other inverter that we
Yeah, that's more modern. It's more up to date. So that means right now we are charging the batteries.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So what's this noise we are hearing?
It's just the ventilation, just the cooling
The
system.
fans.
The fans. It's just
For
the fan
the-
for the
Fan.
inverter charger.
Oh, nice sound.
But that's magical. It's charging. That's enough.
They're like
And now
two kids.
all the plugs
Are
have
working.
Yes.
They are working on this for so long that they are really happy.
I think it's 2-3
it's
weeks
working.
already. Almost 3 weeks working.
Yes.
I think we've been working because he works on his boat and we do this on his spare time. So on and off, like every other day, we work
Saturday, Sunday, and rainy days.
in rainy days. Yeah. Nice. So this is for this. It's just a simple voltmeter. So whenever we connect to the shore power, it turns on straight. There is no switch. So we know that we are connected to the shore power and we know how many volts we have on the shore power. Yep. 220, 2, 3.
Perfect. Perfect.
So that means that every time you see that light on, we are on shore power.
Yes.
Great. Nice addiction.
Yeah, it's basically to know if the shore power is in the same voltage as our system, and also good to see that the shore power is on, because you know right away. It's just right there, you know.
Yes,
shore power is
exactly.
on. His idea. Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, great idea. Next test.
We're gonna try to turn on 12 volts, because a lot of the 12 volts we disconnected because all the instruments are off. We're gonna replace the instruments. Some of the lights are off, but we just like this fan we just isolate. Of course, this is not the proper way of isolating. It's just a quick test because this week we're gonna install all the lights on. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
We can try this one.
Yeah, we can try this one. So
This one. Go on.
Yay!
now, yep,
Yeah, now we have.
lights everywhere.
How about
now.
this one?
Yep.
Ah.
Working? Let's check the lights on the back.
Yes.
I have one on this one.
One here. The lights are really bad, actually. I mean, we have energy, but the light bulbs are so weak.
How about this little guy here?
Okay.
Oh, this is good.
This is strong. It's working. Check it out. We have lights there, lights there, lights there. Exciting.
Yeah.
Just like
Everything there.
everything.
Third
Yes.
one?
Wait. Come with the camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just turn off them. Everything. Let's see.
Off or on?
Off first, and then it's gonna be on.
You can see your consumption here
Yeah.
from 12 on this panel. Turn on, please.
On or off?
On.
Yeah, because these lights are they are not so all the lights are not LED yet, so they consume a lot of energy. You
Yes.
can see amperage going up really quick.
Yes.
Yeah, so next step now is to start doing a review of the 12 volt system, because we did a review on the 110 and 220 volt system. Now we need to go through everything we have on 12 volts and replace everything for LED and see what we're gonna keep, what we're not gonna keep, replace fans that are not working or fix the ones that are broken. Now all we need to do is to organize this mess and put this panel together. Last step, just to cover. That's the easy one. Yeah. Now we're gonna
Not
cover.
that easy in this place.
Yeah. By the way, all these wires we're gonna fix them to the ceiling here, to the top part. We just didn't do it yet because we don't. Today's Sunday and the stores are not open. So as soon as the stores open tomorrow, we're gonna fix them up on the top here. So for now, this is fixing. It's all done. Now we're gonna start wiring the solar panels, but I think that's gonna be for next week because we have too much for this week already, and solar panels is an entire new episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for next week.
We see you next week.
See you next week. But before we go, we need to welcome aboard our new patrons. So,
Welcome on board.
SV Toujours,
Jose,
Ron,
Old Love,
John,
Hunt,
Ilana,
Pavan,
Francesco,
Andrew.
and we also want to thank some donations to our PayPal.
Thanks a lot, Carlo,
Caroline
Bill and Michelle.
and Will. Guys, thanks so much. We really appreciate your support. And I guess
We'll see you guys
next week. See you guys next Monday.
See you.